Yo, what's up, YouTube? I'll Dragon Master here. Dumbest name ever. I got a cameraman now. It's a great friend, so I'm gonna be doing a lot more joking.
Yep.
So I was at my locals, usual, on Saturday, and I actually didn't lose. I topped. Got second place with Pendulums. Only lost once. This is very weird. So we're doing a deck profile. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the list. Totally high quality secret spice. No, it's not. So I'm just gonna hurry up and start with 2 Curtain Raiser. In the tournament, I ran 3, but one of those is my buddy, so I had to give it back. It's a brick if you only see it and nothing else, but if you see an AR monster, it's great. It's a turn 1 Electromite. This is just going to be a quick profile, too. It's not going to be like super high detailed, and maybe a combo list. 3 Servant and 1 Master for the Endymion package. This is standard for if you run any Endymions, because Servant's a free monster, +1, so it's essentially a free negate if you have the Jackal. And he's a free negate and a beat stick and a level 7, so a decent extender. Next up is the Chronograph package. This is mostly standard for the entire thing. I don't think there's anything really different from my list than anyone else's. 3 Chronograph, 1 Time Gazer. Really consistent. So 3 Darkworm, 1 Donut. It's been weird playing only 1, but I like it. It's been really consistent. And this has been really helpful for facilitating Guard Dragon plays. Key piece of the deck, Harmonizing. This is the Magician Engine. Best card in the deck. It's a free +2 if you play it. And then it can go into your entire extra deck, as long as you have another Magician, which you always will. 2 Black Fang, 2 Purple Poison, 1 Oath, 1 Joshing. I like the 2/2. I like doing 2/2 on both of them. And that's because we're running a Star Pendulum. And we're doing a Star Pendulum graph. And it's been really good. In fact, against the round before last, Star Pendulum graph won me the game because I was kept able to pop with Poison's effect, pop one of theirs, and just search out another poison for next turn. And then there was also some recyclability from other cards in the deck. That helped out too. Next up is the Dragons. You're running 1 Goliath. Let me get this in order. 1 Goliath. And then 1 Masterpiece and 1 Luster. You run those 2 because you play Ignister, or Ignis, whatever it's called. You run him because Guard Dragon Shenanigans. You run 1 Destrudo for your Sync 7 plays. It's been really good. It's also 4 targets for LP, so that's really good. One of them is a full floodgate. These 2 can lead into other options like bouncing. This is just the Sync 7 option. So utility for the deck, versatile, so the deck can keep playing. We're running 1 Time Pendulum Graph. This is what came in clutch, was final round. Not final round. Round before last, before top 8 cut. Because I was able to get both of these out at the same time. So we couldn't target me with trap spells or monsters. And then it pretty much became down to going attempt effect, pop, draw 1 because Pendulum call was used, or something like that. So that was really good. It's been really consistent. It was also really good just to get rid of certain problems on board. If they left 1 or 2 out that I couldn't get over, or I didn't want to waste an effect to get rid of, like Pinkertops, me using my Pinkertops, use this to get rid of one of theirs, and then continue outboard to go ahead and do dumb stuff. 2 Desires. I like the 2 over the 3 because you're almost never going to draw into another Desires off of it. It's really good for playing counters on Endymion, and it's just very standard. You almost need it for the deck. You run multiples of everything but the Destrudo and the whole Dragons, so it's really good. It's really helpful to help out a bit. 3 Call. This is really good for starting up combos with Destrudo and Darkworm because it puts both in the graveyard. That's where they both get their main effects off of, and it gives you +2 which protection as well. So that helps out a lot, especially with Star Pendulum, Time Pendulum on field. So essentially, you just can't get rid of your back row for a turn. And if you play, that's great. Sometimes it's a bit annoying. You can't resolve Electromite, but usually you have a gate 0, so that helps out. 3 Mastery, only to either get R Endymions or put counters on them. That's the only reason you play it. I like 3. I might cut it to 2 later, but I like 3 as it is. It's been really good so far. 2 Shrine. Instead of 3 and then a Foolish, I like to do 2 Shrine. Because that gives me room for other spells, other options, and stuff like that. 1 Goblin for the draw. That's the only reason you run it, for the draw and the counters. And then Star Pendulum for spell protection. It's not much of an issue, but it does protect from Sky Strikers. Also, really good. I really like being able to just like pull out other magicians after they kill one. They kill magician 1, pull another.
I'd just like to point out that these look like tentacles.
A Man of Culture is our recorder.
Mm-hmm. You know it.
I forgot these 2 with the monsters, but these are 2 Jackal King. This is your target to summon off of Endymion. He's a free negate. 3's been cloggy for me. I like doing 2 because it's been fine. I haven't bricked once with it. And if I ever opened up 1, I usually use Electromite to get rid of it. And yeah, 2nd's usually in deck. Yeah, so that was a really standard main deck. I think it's about 43 cards. Side deck is as standard as it goes. It's 3 Red Reboot, 1 Twin Twister. Totally not because I can't find a 3rd Red Reboot. But this also really gets rid of Mystic Mine. There's about 3 players doing that at my locals. Didn't play any of them, thankfully, but it was there to get rid of it. 2 Kaiju, because I need removal, and I don't have anything else, like Raw Spear mode. I might put Ashes in. I'm stupid. I don't know. 3 Lancia. My buddy came in clutch and got these to me yesterday, actually. And you need this. If you don't have this against the Thunder Dragon matchup or Orcust, you lose. Well, you lose, but it's difficult. They made it very easy. 3 Pankratops. This is a really standard side deck. Pankratops is almost like a must in everything right now. It's a free monster. It's a free destruction. And this is just a note. In a regional I went to a few months ago, I was able to make the full Guard Dragon negate board with 3 Pankratops in 1 scale. So, yeah, you can do some dumb stuff with Pankratops. And then the last card is a Gaga Cowboy, because time of the round is bullshit. We get to the extra deck. This is going to be extremely basic. 1 Skull Dread, draw 4, return 3, plus a special, all different names. You're guaranteed that in pens. It's really easy to do. I cut the Guard Dragon out by accident, Aggro Pain, but I'm going to put him back in. I got some stuff to put in his deck later. An Avramax, I didn't have a Borreload or Borrelsword at the time. This was my option. He works just as well in my opinion. He gets damage out, he gets protection. Zephyra, this is for our Vortex combos, but also I like the protection because some people don't notice Zephyr's first effect, and they'll try and go for either attack or destruction on one of my others, and I resolve this, and it's great. I don't use the second effect, but you could. I could see how it would pop up sometimes. Electromite, standard, you need to play it in Pendulums. Enough said on that. Ib, because the protection's great. In fact, that actually saved me game 1 against Cyber Dragons, because they had to go into Ib, and Ib was able to save Vortex and one other card. Not getting a game next round. LP. We run Guard Dragon shenanigans in here. I like playing, the pile of crap that is Goliath, saying you can't extra deck. Because by then we have 2 or 3 negates out. So you're not going to get rid of it. Unless you beat it by battle. Then good luck. On to Synchro's Ignister. One, I need to flex my ultimate rare, so there's that. But two, I also need, I like being able to bounce. That's made this really easy. He makes a lot of games easy coming in clutch, especially against when they brick and they can't make a big board. You can just bounce one or two. Vortex bounce, him bounce, and then Zephyr bounce. You got 3 cards off board, that's game. He's shenanigans. The definition of shenanigans, actually. He's good. You have to attack into him, and he can force a card to be bounced back to the hand and to continue an attack. So that's good to get rid of stuff on their turn and on your turn, however you want to play it. It's great. It's a good card. It came up once or twice. Forload. Depending on what you've done, you can get this man up to 4,200, pointing to an Ib and a Zephyra, and he just won't die. You have 1 negate, 2 negate protection. That's plenty. Plus he's a beat stick. Meteor Burst, you need to run this card if you're playing Pendulums. It's not like if you don't run it, you lose. It saves you time and makes boards easier. Because he either plays level 4 or possibly a level 7. And that's your Vortex, that's your Ignis, or if you're going for the FTK Dark Rebellion right there, all of him. And you can almost guarantee to play him every game. He's worth playing. Vortex, he's a spin 1 back and a negate. Enough said about him. He recycles your resources, he negates and destroys anything. And the best part, he bounces on summon, so if you're going turn 2, you can get some shit off of him. Absolute, you run him purely to go into him, but if you can't go into Vortex for whatever reason, he can at least have some survivability on him. Naruto, he's probably going to get cut for an aggro pain or a beat cop later. But he did come up against Cyber Dragons. I used him to negate some spells. That was good. The FTK piece, the only thing that's below Super in his deck, extra deck, Dark Rebellion. The best thing I ever did was a Kaiju one of their cards, and he was already at half-life, so into battle, effect, game. So he was fun. He can get a lot of FTKs off, especially depending who he goes into. You're guaranteed. Almost guaranteed, depending what you do, actually. And last card is a Firewall Exceed. He's probably going to get cut for a Beat Cop or Aggro Pain 2, or a Synchro piece, I don't know. I'm going to mess around with the build a bit, but this is what I ran. He didn't come up once, but he could have. If I would have gotten rid of him once, this would have been my option. Thanks for the video. Thanks for Marco.
Mm-hmm.
That's still the channel name? Okay, Marco for recording for me. He was a bro. He recorded this off the fly because he's a bro. Thank you. And thank you all for watching if you did. I don't know how you could watch with my annoying voice. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Please use my build. Please. Like, comment, subscribe. I need money. Please. Like, comment, subscribe.